Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to yet another pajama time. I hope that's still okay. Sweeties, let me know, is that okay that at the beginning of the video I'm just wearing whatever I'm wearing, because seriously it's like 4:30 in the morning. So sweeties, today for the first time in my life I am working with Love Luxe Beauty and I'm working with this palette. Yeah, so this is the Pretty Powerful palette and this is how she looks. And I'm actually super excited to finally try this. I've had it, I want to say, for like 2-3 months already, this palette lying here, and I'm kind of between projects, and that's why I think it's just the perfect opportunity to film a first impression with this one, because I want to look good. I know I look like this, I look good like this too, I know, but you know, I think this palette has a good potential. Plus I'm always thrilled to try new brands. So anyway, this is an indie brand, and of course it is not of course, but it is cruelty free, and in case you want to try. So anyway, we're starting out with this, and yeah, excitement level is unbearing. Unbelievable, or whatever it's called. Okay, so let's zoom you in before you all lose interest in being with me. Let's move my mirror a little bit closer. So anyway, I think this is not right. I think I should move my camera a little bit like this. Is that better? I think that's better. I'm still playing around with my setups here and I really don't know honestly what I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so what we're doing today is, I think I want to use a lot of the shimmers, because the shimmers just look exceptional in this palette. Let's just get this a little bit closer here. So I think what I'm going to do is, now we're so zoomed in that I have to move out of the frame. I think I'm going to use this matte definitely, which is like a pink obviously, and I want to definitely use this one, and this one. I think this color combination is amazing, but they're all shimmers. So this is going to be a shimmery look, and yeah, some time ago I would have been absolutely freaked out by that situation, but I shall not be. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go into, first I think I'm gonna go into that pink matte. Ooh, the pickup on the brush is, I might want to tap this off a little bit because it is really good pickup on the brush. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to use this as a transition shade, and I'm going to go in like super light-handed, okay? But even like that, even super light-handed, this picks up a lot. Like this is very pigmented stuff, sweeties, just saying. All right, so I'm going to just sort of drag this around the whole way. Isn't it exciting to try new brands? I don't know, for me, I have been wanting to do that like ever since I started to do makeup. I wanted to like know it all, you know what I mean? And that sounds kind of bad, but I wanted to know all the brands, all the formulas, everything. Not that I can always remember everything, but I was so passionate about it, and I still am, of course. Now I have, in this year, I have tried a lot of brands, more than I ever thought that I would, and that was the thing that I wanted to do in 2020, and I'm actually super thrilled that I'm getting to do this. Okay, so I'm trying to not pack on a punch here, and it's actually hard to not pack on a punch with this shadow, because it is a super vibrant shade, and very pigmented. Okay, so I'm just sort of trying to smooth it out in order to get a nice transition to this upper area here. And I think I'm also going to pull in my Bone Color Matte and just sort of help myself blending this out a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to actually talk to you about something now that I'm about to die, sweeties. You will understand in just a second. And no, I don't want to trigger anyone. I'm not making fun of people dying, and I'm not, you know, I'm a nurse by profession. Before I ever became a makeup artist, I've been a nurse, a registered nurse for a long time. Okay, so I know what it means when people are passing away. And so anyway, just saying. But I wanted to talk to you about something which actually happened some time ago. That was this summer, when I actually had my 41st birthday. Scary. 41st birthday, and I still cannot believe that I'm that old. I know it's not that old, but it kind of feels like, because inside myself I still feel like I'm, I don't know, 25 maximum, you know? And that's the weird thing, because my mom, who is now, let me think, I think she just turned 81, and she says, Leorah, your soul doesn't age. And that is the reason why you always feel wherever your soul got stuck, you know, at what age your soul got stuck. So she says, when I look in the mirror and she has white hair and wrinkles, and of course, you know, like what her age is. So when she looks in the mirror and she feels like 25 or 16 or whatever she feels like, and then she looks in the mirror and she thinks like, wow, this is weird. How can I look like this? What happened? Where has the time gone, you know? But anyway, we're doing reflecting today. Yeah, I guess it's also the time of the year. I don't know, I always feel like in winter I reflect more about stuff like that. So anyway, let's also work a little bit, because, you know, have to be finished with all of this before I have to start waking up my kids. All right, so next shade I think I want to go into is this one, and I want to sort of deepen up this look a little bit, and then probably the outer corner with this one and the green on the lid. So overall it should be a pretty dark look. Now I just have to find, I don't know exactly which brush I'm going to use. I'm just going to try different things. Okay, so let's just go in with that shade Fighter, which is this one that I just showed you, this one. Also pick up on the brush, exceptional. So I'm going to really try to not have this show up like so much that I cannot contain the pigmentation, you know what I mean? All right, so let's get back to the story, because I wanted to tell you something that happened this summer. I was driving with, I think it was with a couple of my kids, but like in my memory, I was in the car with my son Golan. Now he just turned 6 in November. So he's still pretty small. He is not in school yet. He's in preschool. And of course, these days, everything is a little bit strange when it comes to the education of my children, because we all know what we're talking about. So anyway, so we were in the car driving somewhere, and it was shortly after my birthday. And my sweet little boy, he is special. He, first of all, has been from the very first second I had him, he has been the happiest child I've ever had. He was always sitting there smiling, and even before, wow, this pigmentation, God help us all. All right, I went in with a little bit too much here. I'm just going in with that first pink shade again to sort of smooth this together. So let me just try to sort of all blend this together. All right, so anyway, he has been the happiest child you can imagine. You know, always happy, while his twin sister, Malkiela, has been a bit melancholy, I think is the word, you know, and she still is. So it's kind of, they have a split soul. One is like the super happy one, and one is the one who is a little bit more melancholy. So anyway, this looks cute. This looks really cute. Okay, so let's go in with the purple, maybe. Wow, this is going really well. This formula rocks, sweeties, really. So I was in the car with him. I'm going to go in with this one. And he was quiet. He was quiet, thinking, you know, because he doesn't say like super much, but it looks like he is thinking about stuff, and then he just bursts out with something that will make you pee yourself, you know. So whoever gets to marry him is gonna have a ball, seriously. So anyway, we were driving, and I was listening to music or whatever it was, I don't know, wasn't thinking much, just wanted to get wherever I wanted to go. And then suddenly he said, Ima, which is mommy in Hebrew, okay? So he said, Ima, now that you're about to die, can you please still buy me a cell phone before you die? And I was like, what? And he said, well, now that you're getting so old, because I mean, I guess he sort of understood that I just had my birthday, and that it is like I'm older than 20. He was like, like, can you please buy me a cell phone before you die? Because seriously, that is a very, very important thing to me right now, and I wouldn't want you to die without providing for me. And he didn't say it in all those words, but you know, that like that is basically the essence of it, you know. And I was bursting out laughing, and I felt so funny. I like so funny that I can't forget about it, you know. I mean, this is now a couple months ago, and I just feel like this is so hilarious. Okay, let me just go take a packing brush and also use that purple shade right here, just to build it up a little bit more. And then we're just gonna go in with that green. I think maybe I'll drag the purple around a tiny little bit. Let me just get another brush. I have such a big brush use, it's not even real. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you, because you know, in the mouths of the children, it's like truth or dare, seriously. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, he actually has said a lot of funny things. There's also another occurrence where I was actually putting all my kids to bed. Oh, this is so pretty, I can't even believe it. I was putting my kids to bed, and he was in the bathroom and I was in the hallway. I think I was like putting diapers on the youngest one or something. Let me just put on this one here now. And I don't know if I can even tell you all of this so it makes sense to you, because in my head it makes sense, and in my head it's super funny. But I don't know, you might find this all very, very boring. But feel free to let me know. Anyway, let's just put this on with a packing brush. Oh dear Lord. The pigmentation of these shades is not even, this is not even normal. Like, really? Why haven't I tried this palette before? So anyway, he was in the bathroom, and he says, no, one of the other kids said, "Mom, there is pee-pee everywhere." And I was like, oh no, oh no. I mean, at that point I had a lot of kids during potty training and stuff like this, so I know accidents happen and it is an ongoing theme. But so I was like, oh no, how bad is it? You know, I sort of called from the hallway into the bathroom because I didn't want to leave whatever I was doing at that moment. And let me just find the right brush. And then Golan, in his deep voice, for like a small kid, he has a very like deep voice. He says, "Mom, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, there is pee-pee, but it's not everywhere." So I said, "So where is it?" So he said, "Well, Mom, it's not on the ceiling." So anyway, yeah, I'm just, these are the things where I think, wow, it's so great to be a mother. Anyway, so I don't know if this is of any importance to you, but I just wanted to share something that is kind of lighthearted and funny. You know, it wasn't that bad. The cleanup wasn't that bad, so don't worry, it was fine. Alright, so I think the last thing before I go off and do the rest of my face, of course, off camera, I will just go into this green. Oh wow, it feels so smooth on my finger. This is like velvet. It feels like velvet. Okay, I'm just going to put this on because I always, you know, like to do that with my finger here. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I had in mind when I was sort of envisioning the look for today. Really, really pretty. Now I still have to kind of figure out what I want to do for a liner. I might honestly just do a black one today and not like create a crazy liner. I think I feel like just doing a black liner today, which is kind of crazy because I've been doing so many crazy liners these days, but with this kind of very, very intense colorful look, I kind of feel like that could be nice, you know, to just go with a black liner. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Wow, I'm already in love with this. Alright, so sweeties, I'm gonna go, as always, do my second eye and finish off my foundation and all of that. There's also not so much fallout, you know, a little bit, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna finish all that and then I'm gonna come back and we do the under eye area together. Okay, sweeties, here we are, and yeah, this is what happens when I think I'm going to do a black liner. Don't leave me unattended, seriously. So I used actually this shade here to do a liner, and that is like an ochre yellow, like an egg yolk yellow, kind of thing, you know. So I use this. This is the shade Uproar. And now for my under eye area, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. Maybe use, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like using the browns. What do you think? Like using this one and maybe back it up then with the green? Maybe I should just do that, because that was my first thing that I thought, and usually I'm pretty, I vibe with what I think first. Yeah, okay, so let's go in with that brown, which is the shade Superior. And the pickup is so enormous that I don't even know, I'm getting scared. So let's just do that. Ooh, oh my god. This is, I have to be super light-handed in order to not, like, that it doesn't spin out of control. Like this is, I'm almost not touching my skin, you know, like super light-handed. I cannot even imagine how this shade would perform if I would go in full force. The formula is insane in the most amazing way, believe you me, you know? All right, so this is that. I'm going to try to blend this out a little bit with my Bone Color Matte, because I extended here a little bit too low. So I'm trying to sort of, I don't know, blend this out a little bit so it doesn't look offensive. And then I think I'm just going to sort of back up that greenish leaning eyeliner. It's sort of a mixture between green and teal that I have on my lower waterline. I'm going to try to back that up a little bit with the shade that I actually have on my lid, that green. Okay, just need the right brush. And now let's do that. Oh, I love the formula. Sweeties, this might just be my new most favorite formula. Seriously. What in the world? Really? So yeah, and I'm just going to sort of leave it like this, I think. This is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, let's just sort of blend these two together, the brown and the green. And then for the inner corner, I'm also going to actually take a shadow from the palette, obviously. Let me just find the right brush for this. Where is, I don't know, here. Okay, and I'm going to take this one. This is probably the obvious choice. It's sort of like a champagne-y kind of a shade, or maybe not. It leans like a, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably like a light pink. Let me just see. Let's just swatch this. Yeah, it's definitely a light pink, so that is nice. That's actually really nice. All right, so let's just see how that goes here. And then, sweeties, I think I'm going to also use this shade as a highlighter, and I also want to use one of those, either this one or this one, probably this one because it's a little bit lighter. Sorry, it's just sort of blinding you, right? I wanted to have this shade maybe as a blush. All right, so we shall see. Of course, you will see that in just a second when I come back with the finished look. Sweeties, if you're new here, if you're new here, then you don't know. I always come on in my pajama, and then at some point I'm gonna come back with the finished styling and the finished look and the swatches. So that is basically what is coming up right now. So in just a second you'll see the swatches here, hopefully focused, because I had some problems with my camera focusing on the swatches lately. So I hope that's gonna go well, and then we're gonna meet here again with the completely finished look, and we shall talk about my first impression of this palette. Okay, hi my lovelies, here we are back with the finished styling and the finished look. Of course, you do not see much of my styling, but for that, of course, you can always go to my social media because it will come up there. For now, I just can show you that this is actually extremely cute. That's what I'm wearing, and that is what my wrap looks like. But of course, for better pictures, go to my social media. Of course, you just saw the swatches, and I honestly made a big blunder. I'm cold because this is not appropriate for winter, seriously not. So I was just in my thoughts and I was pulling down my sleeves, and I was actually pulling down my sleeves half over the swatches already. Thank God I have filmed them already, and I've also taken pictures for social media already, so we're safe. Anyway, if there is some imperfection, that is what it is, because I just did that. All right, so here you see everything, and I think honestly that this is so beautiful. Seriously beautiful stuff. 12 pan palette, super performance, super swatching performance also. Like really, I cannot even begin to tell you how much I have enjoyed this. For a first impression, I don't think, sweeties, in my life I have enjoyed a first impression that much. Really, honestly. Okay, I also don't know if I told you at the beginning of the video, and if I did forget, then I'm such a bad friend and I'm so sorry. I did not buy this palette myself. I got this actually from my bestie, and yeah, she gave this to me, and she actually at some point reached out to me and she said, how do you like that palette from Love Luxe Beauty? And I said, well, it's beautiful. And she said, well, it's coming your way. And I was like, ew, you know, like really happy. And in case I did forget, because right now my brain function is, you know, yeah, so I'm sorry. so sorry, because I'm super grateful for all the help and the support that I'm getting here for my channel, and just the love that I'm getting from my besties. It's seriously, you cannot buy that with money. You cannot, you know. So thank you so much, dear Sue. I love you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so what do I think about the palette? Of course, we have here cardboard packaging. We do have no mirror. We have some artwork here. We do have names, and we don't have ingredients on the back. Let me see if we have it on the packaging. Yes, we do have actually on the sleeve. We do have the ingredients here, and the sleeve looks otherwise the same. All right, so anyway, what do I think? I do believe, as I already said, that this was the best performance of a first impression ever. In my whole career as a makeup artist, and also like just as a makeup lover, this has been outstanding. And I honestly, like, even with the neutral tones here in this palette, I'm so intrigued now to use this more, you know. Like really, there are a lot of pinks or pink leaning shades in this palette. It's basically this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So you gotta love your pinks, you know. And also matte wise, you only have 4. You have this ochre shade that I have on my as my liner, and then this brown, and then this one here, and this pink. So I actually used only this one here in the look, and then this one as the liner. No, this one also under my eye, of course. And the performance of the matte is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like positive. Really good. You know, I don't think I've ever tried a formula like this. Like this formula is seriously gorgeous. The only thing that I just noticed that where I don't know yet what to think, because it's just the first impression, is actually that this green shade here did actually rub off and fade a little bit. It didn't really crease, it just sort of disappeared a little bit in those few hours that it took for me to come back to film the rest of my look here. So I don't know, I just reapplied it, and of course I'm going to zoom you in and so you can see it. I just reapplied it, so I don't know, maybe I didn't do it well enough, but I don't know. Okay, so let's just zoom you in so you can see what I've been doing, like this maybe, and there you can see. Okay, so you of course saw what I did in the look, and of course also the liner, the lashes. The lashes actually look a bit funny. They look like they are 2 different kinds, but they are actually the same kind. I don't know why this one looks so spiky and this one doesn't, but it is what it is. Yeah, so anyway, and also of course the under eye area you see, and also I used shades that I'm going to show you in a second as blush and as highlighter from this palette. So yeah, I think I did get a lot of use out of this palette for a first impression, and I'm actually super pleased. Again, I don't know about the fading of that one shade, if that is something that happens with that formula or not. We shall see, but it was only on the lid. Everything else stayed in place, so I don't know. Anyway, I want to show you that I used also this one that I used at the inner corner also of my eye. I used it also as my cheekbone highlight and also on the bridge of my nose. And then this one I used as a blush. Now this one and this one are kind of like flaky sparkly shades, really pretty. So if you use them as a blush, you have to sort of I don't know, dissolve them a little bit, otherwise you will have like shiny sparkly flakes. could also look nice. Just saying, you know, you can use them, but you can also, if you're using like a fluffy blush brush like this, if you just keep swirling it a little bit on your cheeks, it will dissolve, and then you have a flawless blush like this. Okay, so that is basically it. I'm absolutely like positive about this palette. I want to use it a little bit more and see what else it can do. And I'm in love with the formula. The formula is outstanding. And I'm so glad that I did get the opportunity to work with this, to get this experience, and to be introduced to a new brand, because of course Love Luxe Beauty is the first time I'm trying this, you know. So I've of course heard a lot about this brand, spoken a lot about this brand also in my new makeup releases, but I've never tried it before, and it's just the best thing that I can say. Next time I'm speaking about a new release or something from Love Luxe Beauty, that I can say, wow, I tried this formula and it is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that was helpful in case you were wondering to check out this brand. Definitely Leorah approved, definitely loved it from the first second. The first second my first brush touched the first shade, I was in love. Definitely, you know. And that doesn't really, I mean, I always like makeup. I always love makeup as a concept. I'm really positive about makeup, but you know, still there are nuances in performance, definitely, you know, and sometimes the nuances are quite big, but this was really good, sweeties. So anyway, you will of course find everything that I've used on my face linked in the description box down below. You will find my discount codes there. Please leave me your comments. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to join. And besides that, I'm going to see you here super soon for my next video, and up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.